What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We back here with some more Eminem. This time we checking out him featured on a Cordae track called Parables. Okay. Now I am new to Cordae. I know who he is. I've just not knowingly heard any of his music. Okay. Now, a couple of things that I do know about this remix is that it doesn't look like he changed his verse from what I've heard. And really it's just featured, I don't know if they changed the beat because I haven't heard the song before. It's really just remixed because Eminem's on it. But this is for the most part going to be my introduction to Cordae, because I know he just released a new album. So before I listen to that, right, I want to check this out. So let's go ahead and shut up and turn it up. Ooh, the way that kick came in, I was not prepared. And then he got the panning going on. Come on now. The pan in the sight. Yo, this be hard. This be hard, bro.
Done seen some shit within my lifetime. My light shine bright. Protect your energy from poison when them pythons strike. My first mistake was doing robberies on Nikon bikes. Watch my moves and I'ma show you what an icon like. Y'all let bygones be bygones, right? Nigga, fuck your truce. Bust your move.
Oh, hold on. Cordae? Nah, this some energy right here. On Nikon bikes, he said, protect your energy from poison when the pythons strike, right? It's life shines. First thing people want to do, right? When you get up there, you start getting big, everybody want to come, right? He say python because that stuff is poison, right? You got people moving against you. You got ops moving against you in the shadows trying to wither you down, right? So you got to protect your energy, get rid of all that negative, right? For some reason, when I saw that word Nikon bikes, and then he says, I'm going to show you what an icon like, I was sitting here thinking Nike is in Nikon. Nike sponsors a lot of icons. My mind just be thinking of the randomest things with some of these lyrics, man.
Like y'all let bygones be bygones, right? Nigga, fuck your truth.
So get that out of here.
And if that nigga touch your shoes, you better blast on him. And on my mama, nigga, I'ma get that cash on him. 100 on a dash on him, swerve. Born from the trench, you from the burbs, nigga. Okay. Fuck the early bird, nigga. I'ma get this motherfucker.
Yo, did y'all hear the way that he had that enunciation and the way that he said 100 on it? I love that type of stuff right there, because you could kind of feel that energy in his performance, right? And not even talking about him being out of breath. It's just that performance that he just 100, right, and run that back.
Blast on him, and on my mama, nigga, I'ma get that cash on him. 100 on a dash on
like
him, swerve. Born from the trench, you from the burbs, nigga. Fuck the early bird, nigga. I'ma get this motherfucking chicken. And if a nigga ever got a problem, nigga, we can fucking solve it on my mama, nigga. I just been itching to prove myself. I just pray throughout the struggle, I don't lose myself. Glock no safety plaques and code, I might shoot myself. They catching bullets like 2 Odells, and nigga, you gon' tell. But I can tell you,
like catching bullets like 2 Odells, catching bullets like freaking quarterback passes. Yeah, okay.
I shoot myself, they catching bullets like 2 Odells, and nigga, you gon' tell. But I can tell you about the time was going hard up in the paint, and I can tell you shit that other niggas can't. Let me tell you.
Okay,
I can
go
tell
ahead.
you about the time I had to drop a nigga rank, and I can tell you shit I did up off the drink. Let me tell you. I can tell you about the time I signed a deal for 20 bands and used that shit to get my brother out the can. Let me tell you. I can tell you about the time I had a penny in the plan. I can tell you shit, but you won't understand. Let me tell you. First and foremost,
this is hard. This is hard, bro. Cordae, this is hard. Yo, I gotta go peep the album. This is hard.
Time I had a penny in the plan. What? I can tell you shit, but you won't understand. Let me tell you. First and foremost, for every door that's open, the door closed. Be the nigga, take his Bordeaux, upgrade my wardrobe, and Lord knows, living like this, it leads a short road, a dead end, or prison time where we was heading. Instead, when I got bread, broke it with brethren. Eyes open, leave the house, move like a veteran.
Yeah, facts right there, right? Facts right there. What he just said, upgrades, he said. Bro, first off, I like how you just keeping it real. Like first I was like this, but now I'm like this. Well, the most important thing that he said right here is that he said short road where he's heading, he got the bread and he said he broke it with brethren, right? So instead of taking that money and then, you know, pretty much using maybe some of the support system that as stepping stones to get to where he is, he let the whole family eat, right? And when the whole family eat, you retain that support system. That support system ends up being part of the foundation that made you to where you were. You know what I mean? Of course, you the one who got to go in there. You got to go into the mind. You got to put in the work and everything. But if you, as long as you don't let like pride, right? As long as you don't let pride get ahead of you, use the support system. That's what they're there to support you and everything. So that's what he said. He broke it with his brethren, right? So as he broke it with the brethren, everybody can rise up. And sometimes, you know, everybody rising up, that's a good thing. Because now as you get bigger and bigger, you stop being surrounded by all those poison, all them snakes, all them pythons, and you start, you know, surrounding yourself with the real ones. Now, that's not to say some real ones can't change over time, but I think it's better than the alternative of just using stepping stones and then kind of just moving and just leaving and just ditching them, right? And that's why Eminem made that song called Stepping Stones, because that's how he felt, right? Even though it wasn't necessarily the truth, he found that in his system that maybe that's how D12 felt when he left them. He was like, they, you know, we was bounding together, we was killing it, and now you the only one famous and everything. So I like that he put that in there, that he broke it with his brethren. It's important stuff right there.
When I got bread, broke it with brethren. Eyes open, leave the house, move like a veteran. Made a couple dollars from comers, my niggas flexing. Nigga got a problem that I can make some corrections. Okay, cool. Still with the same nigga since grade school. Give a fuck about your shade room when I had made room for everybody on that late moon. And word the race room. Had to bring the motherfucking schwank on them. And I ain't even wanna had to blank on them. That lamb truck got a full tank on them. But a nigga better not look at me wrong. It's certain shit that I can't say on this song.
Yeah. You know, that makes sense, right? You know, is a thing that's, you know, the feds are listening, right? Chameleonaire said it in his hip hop song, Hip Hop Police. You know, honestly, bro, that's not to, you know, take away from Cordae, not to like just pivot, I'm just gonna pivot just a little bit. That song, Hip Hop Police, like the stuff that Chameleonaire saying, even though if you go listen to it, it's like super dated because it came back like what, in the early 2000s. Some of that stuff that he was saying in there rings true today. That's why he said this right here. Stuff he can't say on his song because the feds are listening, man. People, what's that name? What's that guy's name? YW Melly or something like that, incriminating himself, man. Just you thought you was putting out a banger. It was a banger, but now you behind bars. So that's why he says certain stuff he can't say on there. Now, made room for everybody on Late Moon and word to Ray Shrimmer, right? Bring them on. Is that a diss? Have to, because he says I ain't even want to have to blank on him. I don't know. I don't know about the beef, man. I'm removed from it, but y'all let me know that down in the comments.
On them, but a nigga better not look at me wrong. It's certain shit that I can't say on this song. But let me tell you, I can tell you about the time was going hard up in the paint, and I can tell you shit that other niggas can't. Let me tell you, I can tell you about the time I had to drop a nigga rank, and I can tell you shit I did up off the drink. Let me tell you, I can tell you about the time I signed a deal for 20 bands.
Drop a brother's rank, right? So gangs, you know, there's different ranks that you can move up, right? But if you start moving, I believe that if you start moving correctly, you can rise in ranks. So it isn't necessarily violence, like related, like boom, you're dead. Now I took your rank. Sometimes you just move more successfully and more efficiency that you just replace that person's rank. So
and use that shit to get my brother out the can. Let me tell you, I can tell you by the time I had a penny in the plan. I can tell you shit, but you don't understand. Let me tell you
some shit within my lifetime. At one time, I can still remember just how bad I used to want 5 mics. My biggest dream was just to make it in the unsigned hype. It's so hard for me to fathom this was once my life. Should make you wanna cop out like a plea deal. So I treat you beat like a Takashi. Spit on.
Hold on. Cop out like a plea deal, right? Cop out. So hold on now. I gotta get ready, bro. Okay.
To fathom this was once my life.
All right, I'm getting ready.
You wanna cop out like a plea deal. So I treat you beat like a Takashi.
6'9".
On that bitch like Big Mill. My addiction got me weak-willed. I'm relapsing. I think I can't seem to stop eating beat pills.
So that addiction got me weak-willed. I don't know if that's a reference to Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj, right? Addiction's got me weak-willed or something like that. I'm still tripping off that cop out like a plea deal, right? I want to chicken out and everything, but also cop out. If you ever get scared, you take a plea deal to reduce your sentence and everything. I still couldn't get over that because that's just how you opened this up. Like, what?
That bitch like Meek Mill, my addiction got me weak-willed. I'm relapsing, I think I can't seem to stop eating beat pills. And Dr. DRE, he still keeps on giving me refills.
Eating beat pills, so popping pills, but also beat pill is a product that's owned by Dr. Dre or owned by Apple now, right? Okay.
I think I can't seem to stop eating beat pills. And Dr. DRE, he still keeps on giving me refills. Cinematically, formula to indiscriminately. Women and men and little kids, senior citizens, to the sick is empty. Whip Gen Z into a frenzy, but no gift is in me. I'm stingy, and that is the motherfucking difference between them and me. That's the reason.
That's interesting. But no gift is in me. I'm stingy, but no gift is in me. With Gen Z, put them in a frenzy. So we find that sometimes most of the hate towards Eminem and everything is coming from Gen Z, right? I'm a millennial, right? I was born in 1990. While Eminem was, into his career by the time I was born and everything, I'd say I pretty much grew up listening to Eminem, right? Gen Z, depending on where you put them at, some people say Gen Z is 1996 to 2000s or 2000s to 2007 and everything. By that time, Eminem was already full. He wasn't necessarily full-fledged, but he was as full-fledged as you can be, and people knew about him and everything. So people go back and listen to some early Eminem and be like, oh, snaps, we need to cancel this guy. You know what I mean? But Eminem's, he's a goat here. Can't just cancel Eminem, like he's Eminem, right? So that's why I think when he says with Gen Z, put him in a frenzy, you know what I mean? So
I'm in my Luigi, and that is the motherfucking difference between them and me. That's the reason I'm in my Louis Vuitton. What am I? Gorier than Evelyn. This rap shit is something that you'll never see me at, like senior prom. What I mean's the bars higher than Cheech and Chong. When you give them each a bong, I call my stanza fan club, cause whoever it's unleashed upon fucking beats upon.
I call my stands a fan club because whoever it's unleashed upon, a fan, like an actual club, right? A fan club, right? You got your fans and everything. You have a club of fans, or a groupie, if you will, but also a fan club. I don't know if that's an actual weapon. A fan club.
I call my stanza fan club, cause whoever it's unleashed upon fucking beats upon like police batons. Y'all are window shoppers, bunch of peeping toms.
Okay.
Still got that bullseye on my back, red dot on my head, yeah, blood on my hands. For some of the rhymes that I've said, police squad in the task, got him hot on my trail, like my stepfather with the belt. I got SWAT on my ass, I was painfully shy, now I'm proud of myself, like Obama's kids. I came out of my shell, and I can promise this on my mama. Shit, no daughters, bitch. Here we go. Every single word of it true, so without further ado, it's return of the ruthless, more murderous than mucus. So what you're gonna do, think I'm allergic when I point this motherfucking burner at you. I throw shade, it'll be curtains.
Gonna do is think I'm allergic when I point this burner at you. Okay.
More murderous than mucus. So what you're gonna do, think I'm allergic when I point this motherfucking burner at you. I throw shade, it'll be curtains for you. Pray for the birds to get through birth of a new worse than me, who's determined to do permanent damage.
Shade at you. It'll be curtains for you because of a shade. Okay, these are some easy bars.
Burner at you. I throw shade, it'll be curtains for you. Pray for the birds to get through birth of a new worse than me, who's determined to do permanent damage with the words that I threw birds of you. I'm referred to as zoo circling you like I'm a vulture. Features are tournaments, I turn them into turn.
Birth of a new worser me, who's determined to do permanent damage. But the words that I do birth, I'm referred to as Zeus. Okay. Now, Zeus was known to shapeshift and go down into the world and procreate with women. Actually, I think he did it with women and men, possibly. And he would give birth to demigods, right? Half man, half god. And I guess that might be kind of another type of understanding as far as like birth of a new worser me, right? Might be a new worser version of Zeus. I'm thinking there's some Greek mythology undertones right here, right? But the words that I do birth, right? The words that I do birth, kids that I do birth, I could be reaching, but come on now. Come on. That's what I'm thinking right now. I could be completely off.
With the words that I threw birds of you, I'm referred to as zoo circling you like I'm a vulture. Features are tournaments, I turn them into turning me looses like verbal abuse, language hurtful to use, cursing at you. Made a couple of mistakes that occurred in my youth, jumped the hurdle, the 2 word, but I'm through with telling you about the food stamps and the government cheese and how we used to get school lunches for free. Already told you about the holes up in my pony shoes and Russell jeans when it was mother, little brother, and me. I told you about being kicked out.
I like this. I like this. So this is riding off Cordae's hook, right? He's like, let me tell you how he can do all these things. But Eminem, like I said, he's been in the game for a long time. So he's circling back, feeding off that energy and saying, I already told you all these things. Let me just refer. That's nice. That's nice.
Shoes and Russell jeans when it was mother, little brother, and me. I told you about being kicked out, 20 degrees, no money to eat. About the thrift stores and being piss poor. The Christmases ma had gifts for us when bro and me discovered that she was wrapping shit up around the house to stick it under the tree. Damn.
Yeah, this is fire, bro. All right. I've been put on game for Cordae. This beat was hard, but I've been put on game to Cordae. I think I'm now ready to listen to that album. However, those of you who are watching this, if there's any songs I most certainly should do a reaction to before I listen to the album, let me know that now. Okay, I'll give you guys like 3 days because I need to hear some more Cordae. It's either that or I do some reactions to his older stuff, but I got to hear some more, bro. I've been put on game. Eminem doing Eminem things. We already knew he was going to slap it. I was mostly wanting to listen to this just to figure out who Cordae was, and I learned today. So that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.